Hi there and welcome back. This is the third one in this episode, and I'm making a bird journal, 2 bird journals, about exactly the same. So the last one we decided this was going to be the cover. So I've cut the wrapping paper down. I did it off camera because I had to do it on the floor. I had to fold it up and stuff to get it in the trimmer. And yeah, I wouldn't have been able to video it. So what I've done is I measured it an inch bigger. So it's made it about half an inch all the way round, probably a little bit more. I was generous. I don't actually know if it's totally straight, but I don't think that matters. I've done that for both of them. Oh, I've got one going that way and one going that way. How lovely. I don't think there's a right and wrong way, to be honest. So I'm going to cover it the way that I covered the Amazon journal, what I did. The only thing that I'm thinking is the Amazon journal was rounded, whereas this is going to be a sharp. So the way that I did it in the Amazon was stuck all this down, then did the corners, did the sides, and then this just turned it up, and that was fine. But I'm just wondering if it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I think if I don't try and shut it until it's dry, it will be fine. The hard thing will be me not shutting it before it dries, because yeah, that's just the kind of person I am. Let me put these out the way. So what I've done as well is I've got all the ephemera and I've now taken them out the journal and I've clipped them up, so every time I'm flicking through it we don't have to have it falling out, and I've put it in the order that it's going. Whether it stays like that, I don't know, but remember, I started off with good intentions. So I haven't cut these yet. I've not even really thought about the inside. Let's do the outsides first, because they can be drying a little bit before I go on do the other. So the scraps I've put on this clip, and I was saying last time, oh, I wonder what I'm going to do with these bits that I might want to use in both of the journals. So I'm going to keep them clipped on there, and I've got this one, haven't I? So I can clip that together. So anything that I find that I might want to use as backing papers or whatever, I can keep there. So that's that. Oh, I'm just going to hang that up over here just to get it out my way. Right, so I think I'm ready. Oh, so I'm going to stick it down with Kalau. Now, I think Kalau will be fine. That's what I used on the Amazon journal. You do have to be careful because obviously it's a very wet glue, and yeah, it could wrinkle, but this is really thick wrapping paper, and this is going on this craft card. Well, craft card sucks glue up, so I think, well, it's not actually, it's going on that side, but I think it will sup it up, so I think it will be fine. So without further ado, it's going on the cover, isn't it? Not the inside, it's going on the cover. Yes. So I'm going to open the Kalau. I've got my brayer, and I'm going to start and get the corners. I don't know if I might go around the corners with the art glitter, you know, and just fill in. Shall I fill in with this? I'll try and get the edges. It's just the nozzle on it's so big. It's hard to get the edges. I should have put my mat down. When I've moved this one out of the way, I will put my mat down. Okay, let's see. I've got around the edges there. I think this bit's, because we really want that to stick down, don't we? Because when I fold it, I've never been very good at covering books. I used to dread having to do it at school. Now they don't, well, at Alna's school, they don't really get them to do their books. There was, I think, 2 teachers who wanted to do it. And yeah, I did them, and it was absolutely atrocious. You know, you wouldn't think that I do this, because yeah, it was atrocious. So I'm just looking, like I say, I don't think this is particularly straight, which is fine, because as long as I get my boards okay on there, it doesn't matter about that. So I think that's fine. Let's just check that it's not like visibly wonky. No, I think that's going to be fine. Eek. So don't try and close the book. So I'm going to get the brayer, and I'm going to go up and down. And then I think with doing 2 straight after one another, if I'd have made a mistake on this one, which who knows, I might have done, we could then rectify it, or something might go wrong on the second one, and you can see how I have a breakdown about it. No, you can see how I try and rectify it. So don't think, oh no, we've got to now watch it do the same thing again. I'll probably, as I'm decorating the pages and stuff, I'll probably decorate one of them off camera, and then show you that, and then decorate the other on camera. But I think like these kinds of things, sometimes if I watch, well, a lot of times if I've watched a tutorial, I need to rewind it and watch it again. So by me doing it straight after, it might sink in a bit more. I mean, I might say next video, don't do it the way that I did it, because when I shut it, it was a right mess and it ripped. So yeah, if a warning flashes up next time, yeah, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to just put that to the side for a bit. I can't see that there's anything, you know, bubbling up or anything like that. Oh, I'm getting that I want to. I don't know why I have to do it, but yeah, I can feel that it is a little bit baggy there, you know. Maybe I should have put more glue. What do you think? I don't think I could lift it up. No, I couldn't, because it's glued. The front feels a lot more down than the back. Ah, that feels better. Maybe it was just trapped air. But yeah, I'm not thinking, oh my goodness, at all. It's fine. Right, let's do this one. So this one, I'm going to put more glue on it. Let's get my mat. I think because I've realised I've not got a mat on, I think that I wasn't as generous maybe with the glue. So is that nice and central? It's not bad, is it? Right, let's get get this down. Oh, well, after I drink my coffee in a minute, I'm quite thirsty. I think it's the the panic. But yeah, this is the first time I've done an envelope journal. I've done envelope folios with a journal in it. I don't know why I'm thinking this is terribly different, but I am. And I've never covered one like this before because I've done it with digitals. So because the digitals aren't big enough to do it in one piece, I've naturally put, you know, like a mat on there and a mat on there. So in that way it is different. Right, let's get around these edges. See, I think there's a fine line between not enough glue and too much glue that it's wrinkly, and that line is fine. That's why we call it a fine line. Right, so let's just straighten that up on the board. And this is going that way, isn't it? That'd be interesting. So I think it looks better that way. Oh. 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 Did I do it? I don't know how I did the other one. See, it's, you know, I've only just done one and I'm like, how did I do it? Right, so let's just move this up. And if you're using clout or PVA or Fabri-Tac, you've obviously got that nice bit of time to wiggle it about. I think that's fine. So let's get, ooh. See, now I've got glue on there. Let's do it without the mat. I did put a piece of card in here. It was only, I think, 140 GSM. I did fold it before I put it in, and then I did glue those down. And I did the same with the other one. If you remember, the other one was already one of those hardback envelopes, but I did go around and glued anything that was sticking up or sticking out. Right, so let's carry on with this. That feels a lot better than the other one. But you know what I'm thinking as well? What I might be feeling on the other is actual air within the envelope. And because the other envelope was thicker, when I closed it, it was more puffy. So that might be what it actually is. So yeah. Don't know why I'm rubbing that off because I was sticking all those down. Oh my goodness. Did I even glue any of this down? I think I glued the other side down. I think I must have forgot about this one. Right, let's just... And we know something's going to stick on top and it'll probably stick that down, but I don't know. You just feel that you need to get everything in, don't you? Right, that'll do. Okay, so I'm going to bring the other one back. I'm just going to give that a minute. Yeah, I love it. Oh, so glad I remembered about that paper. Because I had bought it with this project in mind. But yeah, I brought it about 6 months ago. So yes, this was a lot more springy. So what I'm going to do next is these corners, I'm going to go like that. Now this here is quite soft, so when I go to put it down, this kind of I don't know, pops up. So I'm going to hold that there so I can get it so it's a perfect point. I don't want it to be like flattened, if that makes any sense. Right, so that's that one. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. I don't know if you can see or not. So I'm just going to hold that point just there as I do the paper. Okay. I don't think they have to be like symmetrical, because obviously they're different kinds of triangles. So that's that, and then I'm going to bring this up here like so. So let's have a look. If I glued that down, how would that look? I think that would look fine. It kind of loses its point. That one doesn't seem to. I suppose I could put corners on it. So yeah, don't worry about that too much. And I don't, it's not that it isn't stuck down. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just is. So I'm going to burnish that, and am I going to burnish this just so it's a nice crisp edge, and I'm just pulling on it. Well, I'm not pulling on it because that would be impossible. I'm just, you can see what I'm doing. Don't need words, do I? Don't need words. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. How am I going to glue it down? I feel like, I think I'm going to go with the tacky glue, and I'm going to take the big pointer off, because what I want to do is get my glue right in. Oh, come on. Right, I want to get it right in that edge where the envelope stops. I'm just going to get the point underneath, just for any that hasn't properly adhered with the first glue that we put on. So I'm quite happy with that. Okay, and then I'm going to put these corners down first. So I'm going to hold that in place a minute. I don't think it's going to make the slightest bit of difference, but I'm going to anyway. Okay, just going to softly do that. And then I'm going to do this. Glue allowing. Just get onto that corner. And like I say, because I'm using the wrapping paper, remember it's going to be a lot thicker or different texture to copy paper. So you wouldn't necessarily want a cardstock. I think wallpaper would be fabulous. But yeah, I think wrapping paper is really good for this kind of thing, because obviously it's been made to go around things. Right, I'm going to glue these sides up, making sure I've definitely got this edge. and then fill it in. Okay, I've not done that part. Now this is starting to warp. Right. And I'm just gonna push it firmly, but not roughly, that I could be tearing it. And that should give me a nice crisp edge, which it has. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Lovely. Right, so let's get the thingy, and I'm just doing this quite soft, just making sure that everything's laying down really nice and flat. But where it's gone really wet, just being being a little bit mindful of that. Okay, let's do, I'm getting excited. Now these corners don't seem as bad as the others. Yeah, I don't know why. It's probably, I don't know. I'm just thinking, I wonder if the card's more to this way, because this is the closed edge of the envelope, whereas that was the opening part. So yeah, that's a lot better. And then just pulling on it just a little bit. Yeah. Right, so let's get these, oh, forgetting what to do, look. So I'm going to get the glue, get it under that corner, just shove it into that edge, going across here. Okay. Okay. Sure, I can't, this side I obviously want to do this bit. Yeah. And then just oh, that's a really nice edge. Both of them are really nice edges. Just a little bit worried about when I close these, is it going to bubble up? But we shall see, won't we? So I'm going to do the sides of the other one. I don't know why, I just feel like I want this to dry a second. I don't know. Let's have a cup of tea and calm down. Oh, right. Oh, let's get the other one. So, okay, like so. fine. Pulling on it slightly. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I think that's fine. Let's just take that glue off. Yep, that will be super. So let's go down. Well, let's get into that corner underneath it more than the corner. So I've got my nozzle right in that crease. Okay, then get this corner piece. I'm gonna get this one while I'm at it. Okay. I'm hoping you can see, but obviously I can't keep looking up to see if I'm in frame, because I'm a bit busy. Right, this one feels a lot more relaxed the second time you do it. And again, that's another good thing about doing two at the same time. And I think then it gains your confidence. If all your experiences are for the first time new, you're always going to be a bit worried because it's a new one. But now it's like, oh, I've done it twice. I've not just done it once, I've done it twice. So, and I think it then does help me when I do something again, like, oh, I did do two of them before. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so I'll do this side. That's a pretty good sharp corner, that. Yeah. Okay, so let's cut these that corner there, get my nozzle right in. Then we'll get this corner and this corner. Okay, bring this one in. Bring this one in. And then just get this, pull it. Oh, I'm not putting the glue on it. La la la. Getting a bit too relaxed now. Thinking I've done it. Right, let's get right on that edge. Okay. I can say this is a time then that I'll rip something, you know, because you've just took your mind off it a little bit, because you think you're not being as tense. Right, let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's super. Haha. Oh. Right, let's go back to the first one. Is my board still okay? It is. So the idea is I'm just sticking that down. Now, that's, like I say, that's the way that I did the Amazon folio. But like I say, that was rounded. So the only other thing that I can think of is, would I just can't remember what you would do. You would do that, wouldn't you? I don't know, because then if you went into there and into there, you would then have no paper, would you? No, I'm going to put it all down. All down. Right, so I'm going to start pulling it round. Piecing it as we go. I'm going to yeah, so I'm going to do it, and I am not closing it because it does need to, you know, stick down. Right, I'm getting right under this envelope, right into this corner here, and then I'm going to go down here, trying to get as near to the edge as possible. So this is the one that's having the text, isn't it, inside. So I think we'll be able to get this done and put the text and the music on, the other one. And then I'll be able to leave them overnight in my craft room, because I've finished them for today, and let them dry properly. And I can forget about them. Let's just pulling that down slightly just to get a better corner. See, that one has gone inward a little bit, but I don't think once you've done it, I don't think it's only as you're doing something that you're going to think, oh, that's not exactly perfect. But once it's done, it's like, you're not going to notice. Oh, yeah. But yeah, you are until that moment in time. Okay. Stuck up, so I'm just gonna give that careful on these corners, because these are what are getting the most wetness. I don't know if that'll be too thick or not. I don't think so, because the paper is going to be like there. It's not going to come over this again. So I think that's fine. Right, what am I doing? I'm going down this edge, aren't I? What are you doing? You're just waffling and freaking out. Oh, I'm dead excited. I think once you start something, it's like, oh, I need to carry on. I need to. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good project. So I've been looking forward to doing birds for a while. I did do quite a lot of birds in the Amazon journal. It was blue, and yeah, there was a lot of birds and botanicals in it. Oh yeah, there was, because I did that matching journal. What was brown and birds. So yeah, it was a blue bird. So yeah, I don't suppose it was that long ago, really. Right, I'm pulling this round. That looks fine. Oh, that's a good idea. don't want to press that one too much. It's quite wet, that one. Okay, so that's that one. Don't close it. Right. I hope you get the same feeling, otherwise you're going to be like, why does she want to close it? Why? I just want to look. I just want to look what it's going to look like. I missed something. Oh, I didn't fold this beforehand, did I? I don't think this one matters with this being thinner. Even though it's got the card inside it, it's still thinner than the other one. Oh, that's super. That's that. Yeah, I don't think there's no need to fold this one over. So, get this. Right, so we'll need to measure the middle. The middles, so I want to do that in 2 panels. So fold this round like so, just pushing it slightly. Yeah, that's super. I think that looks pretty okay. So that's that one, and I'm glad the eggs are going the opposite way. Just got myself. I think it gives it a different look. So I'm just going to put that lid on this glue. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to finish my cup of tea and cry over my finger. And then I'm going to measure for the mats, and we'll get those cut. I might have to do it on the floor because I don't think I've got enough room. So I'll see you in a tick. Okie dokie. Right, I think eggs go that way, don't they? I think, is that way the wrong way? Let's have a look. I've got a picture of some eggs, haven't I, in here. Oh, yes, that way. Oh, some are going both ways anyway. No, they're not. Right, so that's the right way. Okay. Right, I'm glad I checked that. So, what we're going to do, I have just folded it, and it did seem to fold fine. So, obviously, I didn't fold it properly. Right, ruler. So, from the spine, I think down there, I'm going to either put some material or, I don't know, whatever. But I want it near enough there. So maybe 6 would be nice. So 6 is half of this, isn't it? Because this is a 12 by 12. So let's fold it, and then I can have a look if that's what I do want it at. And this is the one that's going to be mainly brown, so we've gone for the darker one. So I think that would be perfect. I mean, it could be a bit smaller, but I don't think there's any need. Right, and so height. Well, if you can see here, then we've just got that little bit, haven't we? So if I do that the same-ish, And then it would be so that's 8.5. What about if I did it? He wants to. I'm gonna have to get a pencil. So let me fold it the other way. And I think because I can obviously use. So I want to use that at the front, that at the back. Well, I'll see what that ephemera looks like. Right. Sorry, I've got a bit of glue in my mouth. I was actually spitting it out. That's absolutely gross, isn't it? But yeah, I'd realised I'd just like bit me, not bit my finger, just, you know. And yeah, then I actually realised that I've got glue in my mouth, so I really didn't want it in there. Right, so let's get back on track. So I think about there. Which would be there. Yeah, and then we could just, yeah. So I'm going, I think I might as well cut this down. Let's have a look where it's going to cut down. So it's going to be there. Do I want it the other way? I think I might. So let's do it from the top. Aren't I a silly Billy? Well, not really. You have to work through these things, don't you? So we'll go that way. So I'm going to cut that off. Like so. So that will be our top and bottom. Top and bottom. I don't have to try and rip that with my ruler. Do you think that'd be crazy? Right, I'll just leave that there for a minute. So what is this? Oh, it's less than. So I'm trying to avoid getting the big trimmer out. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to fold it in half again. I don't think I've got that. Still not really in half, but it's fine. So let's get the height. Pencil. So if I go about there, or shall I go there? I'm going to go there. So it's on the second marking. And then that will look okay with that being the top. Second marking. Obviously once I've got it under, the light kind of hits the plastic and blurs it. Right, so I think that is fine. And we really want it, I think 5.5. So if I go like that, I know that's 5. Let's go like this. And let's bring that out like so. That's just over 5.5. I think that'd be it. That's, yeah, that's fine. So I can do the other one the same, can't I? So I'll hold those together. Let's get that. I'm going to do this way so I can see the difference, because all I can see is music. Oh my goodness, why didn't you just mark it with a pencil? Wow, that'd be too easy. Right. Just touch me. No, I don't know if I'm moving. Right. Slither. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that's fine. So that's those. Okay, so we've got this spare. Maybe could do something in the middle with that one. Right, and we've got that as scraps and that as scraps. So they're decent scraps. And the neutral, so if I don't use them for this, I'm going to save that because it'll be a good hinge. Right, let's have a look at this now. So we've got the height, haven't we? Oh yes, I'm just going to rip it with the roller. And you know, if it doesn't go right, I have got a spare. Anyway, right, so let's push this ruler right into it. This is where it could go wrong. That's it. Oof. Right, so that is that. Oh, I'm really happy about that. Okay, don't need that, don't need that. And that can go with the spares. I can put that away. And what I'm going to do now is ink around the edges. And I'm going to go back to using walnut stain for this. That's gathered twigs. I must have been using walnut stain the other day, which means I was doing something on craft paper. Because I do like it on the craft paper. I just think it shows up better. So the only reason why I'm inking this is just to cover over that white core. It's nothing to do with inking the page. It's dark enough. It looks vintage enough. I don't think I need to ink it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to ink around the bird one or not. We shall see. For now, I'm not. Around the egg one. But I think once I've got those... Oh, you know what? Now, I have not thought about putting that on. We're going to have to think about that. Now, I could put it on there, put a strip of this down it to cover it, and it be that side, which will then mean I still want this going over this side because I want it to keep the book closed. Because if I did it the other side, it'd just be the string keeping it closed. So I hope I've not got ink on the back of that cover. No. Poof, I've done that before. Now, what shall I do? I do prefer it on that side. I don't know why. It doesn't make that much difference. Now, I was going to put some lace on there. So, perhaps I could, because I need to build this back up, perhaps I could build this up with this paper, stick this on, and then I could put lace over it and you wouldn't see where the, you know, where one starts and the other carries on. So, yeah. Oof. Good job I thought about that. But, yeah, you kind of need to think, you know, steps ahead, not even just one step. So that's oh, threw me off my chair nearly. See, normally I would do it with scrapbook paper, so you wouldn't have that problem, because it would be, the paper would be in two pieces. So I could have put the cover, the front cover on, then adhered the envelope flap onto the back, and then laid the back cover on after that. So I'd have covered that piece like so, then I would have put my envelope in, so your flap would have been there, and then I'd have covered that bit. That is the way that I would normally do it. It's because this is one piece, but it isn't something that I had thought about. So I'm going to put this on with Kalal, and my main thing is I want to get the top, the bottom, and this right. This in the middle doesn't concern me, because it can be covered up with something. It needs covering up, whatever. So, and like I say, I've not thought about what oh, I can't wait till tomorrow to come and do some more. Right, so I'm liking that gap there. Is it too much in? No. What's the top and the bottom like? I think that could do with just going up slightly. Let me look at it from, that looks fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm holding it while I do that. Because it is a wet glue, you can then move it. So I thought if I hold it in place, why give it a rub-a-dub-dub. So that's that. Oh, I love it. And then I want to, you know, match that up. Oh, isn't it great when you're doing the project and you're really into it? Like really into it. I would say some things that, yeah, they're enjoyable, but some things they just absolutely love them. Right. I mean, I could, I'm not, you know that I'm not a measurer, but it's kind of on. I'm just going to bring it in slightly. That wasn't an exact at all, but yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, so hold it and give it a rub-a-dub-dub. Yeah, and it closes fine. So let's get the brother out. And then when I get it out again, I can always go round it and check if there's anything that's lifted. But there'll only be this, because obviously with doing that lip round, everything will be down. So I'm going to close it. Yeah, I think this is great. Yeah, it feels better. There is a bump there, but I think it's just going to feel actually really squodgy, this one. So let's have a look. So that would be in like so. That was going to be out front. And this one was going to be out back. which yeah, I think they look fine. Yeah. And that in there. Yes. Right, let's put that at the front. At the back. Come on. They're not very big, these, aren't they? Only really just wide enough. Right, and then we'd have that. We'd have that. We've thought about that. That's going to be our closure. And remember, did you remember? We'll have that on the front. Oh, how am I going to cover that? Again, if it had been a panel at the back, I would have then just covered it on. I don't want to like stick these down and then put a whole panel, you know, this at the back. You know, now I'm wondering, should I have attached it in there? I think I should. Can I get this off? Yes. Now, eek. I just want to peel a little bit more off. Okay, so I wanted the bit what's outside. No, I don't. I was going to say I want it opening so I could take something out. I'm not going to be able to take anything out because it's going to have a button closure. So I'm probably going to end up cutting the front down. So if we think, let's say the journal's going to be that wide. So it looks as if, don't put that down, Tania, yet. Like so. Do you think this is going to be all right? Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just obviously I'm not really ready to put this on because obviously it needs covering. But yeah, we'll have to just work around it. I'm glad that I thought about it now rather than later. So I want to try and get that middle-ish, and I want to get that crease on the end like so. I am going to get the bone folder and I'm gonna bone folder it, and I'm going to, again, I wish I hadn't stuck it down because I don't really want to get the edge of the bird paper because I'm not sure if I want to ink it or not. Okay, I hope I didn't get it. Let's give that another press down. If it needs more glue, I can put some more glue on. Yeah, it's going to want more glue. Okay. Oof. Right, let's Oh no, don't do it on there, Tania, do it on the paper. Right, let's get right in. And if it doesn't work, I can always make it be something at the back, can't I? Yes. Yeah, that'll be fine. Look. Just rubbing it because I've obviously got bits of glue. So this, if you rub it really fast, it does get that stickiness off. It's quite sticky in this corner. That's it. Braille. Right, so where was we? So that's going to be in like so. That's going to close. You're going to bring that over. Yeah, I think that'll be fine, because if it grows, that's fine, because I can just have it shorter with a longer string. If it's still quite slim and it's too long, I can obviously cut some off. So yeah, like I say, not ideal, because it's going to make it a little bit difficult. But if I decorate this before I put this in, it should be fine. So, but I'm glad I thought about it, because I really did want this as a closure. And yes, same with this, it was a bit of a whoops, but we got through it, didn't we? We got through it. So that is that. I'm obviously now going to take it all back out, well, apart from that, and let it dry. So yeah, and then this, that's what I was looking at. And then that on there. Yeah, I love it. So am I going to have a windy thing? I don't know. That's something we'll have to obviously think about when we get to it. If not, I could always have an eyelet on there, which has the string round, and do that and just loop it round. Or yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. That's all I'm saying. Right, I'm going to leave this out flat now. Let's get on with the other one. And we'll put the envelope in this time. We're obviously not going to do that any different. We'll build it up with the egg paper and stick it on, and then put lace over it. So sorry about that, we've just gone over an hour, but have I inked around this? No, this one shouldn't take a minute. So I think I'll do the back piece first and get this envelope in, so we know it's in, and there's no forgetting about it. So let's think where we want it. Yeah, I think about that. So I'll just put piece in it, and I'll show ink. Is that right? Yeah. Show ink down there. So. And we shall glue this down first. Did I drink all my tea? I'm ever so thirsty. Do I want to sew around this cover? Not really even thought about it, to be honest. That's the first time it's popped into my head. And obviously it would be possible to do it at this stage, but you know, when it's dry. Yeah, I think I probably would. So that's that. That's if I remember. If I don't remember, then it's not a biggie. I think it'd be hard going. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't. I think it'd be fine going around this one, but that cardboard one, I think it would struggle. So no, I'm not going to. So that answers me that, doesn't it? So let's get this into place. Did I say this? This. Oh dear. I've gone to pot now, look. I've been videoing for an hour. And I've absolutely gone to pot. Right, make sure I've got all round. Okay. So again, I'm more bothered about this side. It's a bit more difficult to see this time.